You guys, something just changed in the hunting rifle and precision rifle market, and not a lot of people are talking about it, but personally, I can see how this is going to make a major shift in our industry if this trend goes forward, and I love it. I freaking love it. In fact, I've told many different companies before, I've begged them to do this exact same thing, and so I'm happy to see this announcement. What happened is just in this simple little box, but I think it's going to change the way you buy hunting rifles. Here it is. Announcement is simple. Bergara, a company we really like, we've done a ton of reviews of, now sells just the action, their Premier Series action. And more exciting, and we're going to talk about some of the implications that I think, if this seems like a footnote at the start, stick till we talk about the implications, because I think you'll see kind of some light bulbs going off of how you could use this. They also are now having the barreled action. So you get the barrel and the action, and you just pop on your stock and trigger literally like 2 minutes, and you're ready to go for your rifle. Now, let's talk about why that I think is actually quite a large shift. But we got to go on a field trip for this. Cameraman Garrett's going to take over here from the tripod. So most people are just buying, a complete factory rifle, and they're great. But eventually, it seems like a lot of guys are going to want to customize it. You don't want just the stock everything. You want to do something a little bit different. You want, I prefer this trigger, I prefer this style of stock, whatever. And even more than just I want to customize everything is if you get that factory, look at this. I love this gun from Sako. Love this gun, but nobody makes a pre-fit barrel for this. And so if I shoot the barrel out, you got to go to a gunsmith. It's a whole thing. Very few people make stocks with inlets for Sako. And so when the new cool stock or chassis comes out that you really want to try, completely new rifle, etc. And so I love these setups, but it does kind of box you in, and over time could cost quite a bit more. So a lot of people, we're trying to turn these things into Legos, right? Like the AR, like an AR. When you get an AR, yes, you can buy them complete, and that's cool, but most people are going to get pieces and customize, and I prefer this buttstock and this handguard and whatever. So Tikka makes the T3X that has one unique feature. It has a great action for the category that it's in. And so what a ton of builders do is they literally $800 get this, and then they take the stock, chuck it, take the trigger, chuck it, take the barrel, chuck it, and just use the action for what they got, and then they build on top of it. Problem is, we just spent $800 just on the action, and so when you add the barrel and etc., we're going to be thousands of dollars into doing it. But Bergara's Premier actions, we get exceptional accuracy from, and the Premier barrels is $1,200 now. $1,200! And you got a top shelf barrel and action already put together for you. That's pretty cool, because it's a lot cheaper than going this route. And then, so let me show you 3 different builds that I think would be just really compelling use cases for this announcement. So let's say you're interested in getting into competition. Well, you guys remember this rifle. That video got a crap ton of views. I think it's like 700,000 views now from the build of this rifle. Now this is an expensive gun. I think it was, how much was this, Garrett?
It's almost 6,000.
God! Ouch! Right? It's freaking cool, but it's expensive. And so getting into competition, yikes. But Bergara makes this as a complete rifle. This is their Bergara Premier Competition. It's an exceptional offering, and really is a good price point. But let's say you want to drive it down even less. Well, now you can get exactly this barrel, a nice thick competition contour, and you can get it in all the cool cartridges for competition, like 6GT, 6 Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, with a nice thick barrel and the Premier Series action. We've seen awesome accuracy from it. And then, pop it in maybe a stock you already have or a chassis you already have, or $300 MDT field stock. Great. And you pop that in it, like you could legit win competitions with a setup like that, that's a really nice setup. So as an entry point into competition or more, I think that's cool. Okay, use case number 2 that I think could be very compelling. So this is one that I've done exactly this on. This is a Bergara Premier Series Action and Barrel. And what I wanted to do is, for my predator hunting rifles, it's all about the attachments, because I'm usually hunting from a tripod. You know, we want to have slings and whatever. Sometimes people are putting clip-ons, things like that. So for that, I really feel like a chassis style just makes a lot more sense for me for a predator hunting rifle. And I just didn't see that on the market. So Bergara 22-250, Premier Series short action and barreled action. It's legit half MOA. We've shown on this channel many times. And then this is the Ultradyne chassis that we put it in. Well, you know, you can get it for as little as $300, and then you pop in your trigger and a buttstock, and you're off to the races for quite a bit less than what you might spend on certainly any normal custom rifle, but even kind of the semi-customs. And that's kind of where we get into use case number 3. Anybody that right now is looking at, the more premier rifles from, those companies, Fierce Seekins, Christensen, hopefully not, etc. This announcement should really have you thinking, because $1,200, you're getting a nice barrel in action again. But this is actually a carbon fiber wrapped barrel, also available for Bergara. It's only a couple hundred more. And then if you want to do a super lightweight mountain build, you can save quite a bit on those rifles and get it customized exactly to you. Again, if you have a nice carbon fiber stock, awesome. If you don't, one that you might check out, Iota. They're a kind of a sister company with Horizon. And so they make the stocks on the Horizon rifles. They're using those Iota stocks. They are very reasonable for a nice carbon fiber stock. And so you could drop one of these in there. It's just a Remington 700 pattern, and you could build a really nice mountain rifle, super lightweight and customized to exactly what you're looking for. So the way that I'm going to use this is I'm going to come back to this concept. I really loved the MDT Hunt 26 chassis, and I built a 7 PRC in here, and you guys kind of saw this gun in 2 videos and never again. I just didn't really love it, how it came out. The 7 PRC is just too much cartridge for the ultralight Hunt 26 chassis, in my opinion, for how I felt that the gun was shooting. There was just a lot of muzzle rise, a lot of recoil. It just didn't feel like a match to me, the cartridge to the platform. And so, but I really wanted to use this stock. And so what I'm going to do is I got just the action, and these do come in the white for the actions. So it's just stainless steel. You can, have it Cerakoted if you want, but I honestly like the look of raw stainless. So this, and then I got a separate barrel. I ordered from Oregon Mountain Rifles. It said it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks of production time, but I ordered in October, and now it's mid-December. Where is it? So that's why I don't have the build to show you, but hopefully we will if they ever ship it. But I'm going to do that. But the reason that I want to do it, all the different pieces, because I want to do a different cartridge. I'm going to do a 280 Ackley improved. Less than a 7 PRC. It's just less recoil, less everything. I'm doing a reasonably short barrel. And so I think it'll be a little bit better of a match to this particular stock. And that's kind of the whole point of this. Like, now you can tweak every little thing that you want about the rifle. You're not just out if you get a gun that you didn't like. Okay, but I've got to make sure we kind of back up that. I hope it's making sense why I think this is a consequential announcement. The big problem is you get a hunting rifle that you're excited about, but then next year, SHOT Show comes up in January and the new stuff comes out and you say, oh, I really want that new cartridge. Well, if you went this way with your build, you just get a new barrel now. You're set to go. You got the new cartridge. Yeah, there are literally so many companies that make pre-fits for a Remington 700 pattern and the Bergara Action specifically. And so, you just put on a pre-fit and you got your new cartridge. You're ready to go. You're done. That was it. You didn't have to get a complete new rifle, have everybody selling you on everything. You know, MDT just came out with a sweet new carbon stock. It looks really good. Well, if you went this way, it's a Remington 700 pattern. You just drop it in and you're ready to go. You didn't have to get a complete rifle or anything like that. It makes it so that you have this one home, that action that you can change over time. Now that's always been great for custom rifles, but it's just been cost prohibitive. Now I think it's reasonable. If you're, it's going to cost more than a Ruger American, but it's very reasonable, and over time can really save a lot. It's turning hunting rifles into the AR market. And that, I think, is cool when we can all just have the Lego pieces to build how we want.